little stops along the way, you'd be there for months. There, when you get down to the southerly tip of the North Island, there's a city called Wellington. It's their Ottawa, their capital city. In my opinion, I don't think it has as much to offer as Ottawa. But if you're a wine person, just to the northeast of there, that whole area is wine region. It's beautiful. So, you know, go into LCBO, you'll recognize a lot of the brands from the vineyards that are down there, because there's a huge wine region, like I say, on the south tip of the North Island. So then you cross the Cook Strait either by ferry or you fly down, and people ask me, what's your favorite, North or South Island? And again, I hate to answer those questions because they both have their own sort of unique appeal. I'm a big time snowboarder, so I really appreciate the mountains. We have Hockley Valley in Orangeville, doesn't really cut it. So to go to the South Island, not the last trip, 2 trips ago, I got to go snowboarding on Canada Day. Like it's not like going to Banff. Like, they have mountains there. The snow conditions aren't quite that spectacular. But look at the photos again. Like, my pictures won't do it justice. For anybody who has an appreciation for the great outdoors, has anybody been to the Columbia Ice Fields, just south of Jasper? So they have that. They have the glaciers. They have. I took that from a helicopter, actually, of the Franz Josef Glacier. In fact, we landed on the top. There I am at the bottom, just like our glaciers. They're all receding. There we are at the top. So if you're a hiker, if you're a green, like you have an appreciation for the great outdoors, the scenery, the flowers, the mountains, etc., you will love the South Island. These are just a lot of scenic shots. And again, more wine regions. Remember I said I like shoulder season and I like our fall, their spring. This is another reason. Like, it's just a beautiful place for anybody who has an appreciation for the outdoors. Okay, so I do have to mention this. These guys, the Kiwis, are adrenaline junkies. They are jumping off perfectly good bridges. Do we know what that's called? Bungee jumping. They are flying in these boats. These have 2 440 engines. They're jet boats. They go in water this deep. This is the river that I got to jet boat, and I've done it a number of times. In fact, that company is called Shotover Jet. It's in Queenstown. Wins all kinds of awards. Kate and Will were there last summer. They have a perfect safety record, but they didn't let them go in the same boat just in case something happened. Nothing did happen, but they scream through these gorges. In fact, the whole goal of being in these bloody boats when they're the driver is to get as close to that rock as they possibly can, and they do get extremely close. Anyway, so they've thought of everything. Remember I mentioned those Waitomo caves? You get in a steel boat and you see the glowworms? I've done that a number of times, but one time I did it. We've all heard of whitewater rafting. Whitewater rafting's big there, but there's something called blackwater rafting. Remember back in the day when we used to use truck tubes? You know, we'd sit on a truck tube and we'd go down a river or whatever. Tubing, yeah. But now you don't see the truck tubes as much. You know, they've got, real tubes, I guess. But there, blackwater rafting, you get a truck tube, you get a wetsuit, and a miner's helmet. You go into the woods. We went into the woods, and we got to the face of this cliff where there was an opening. We went into this bloody opening, pitch dark, so on comes the lights with our little inner tube, and that was blackwater rafting. We sat and we floated through these bloody caves, pitch dark, with our little mining helmet with the light on it. There were 2, if not 3, I can never remember, spots where we actually had to stand up, and we practiced this before we went in. We didn't know why we were practicing, but we found out when we got in there. We practiced outside, jumping off a dock, kicking our feet out, and landing on our bum in this inner tube, not knowing why we needed to do that, until we got in there and there were 2 or 3 of these falls where we got to it. You couldn't just float off the edge. You had to go walk to the edge, kick your feet out, and land. So we did that, and then we got into this big opening where they would come in from the other entrance on the steel boat. We all shut our lights off, and then it was pitch dark, and we sat on our inner tubes and looked up at the ceiling of those glowworms. Spectacular. So they've thought of everything. Who would have ever done that? Who would have been the first person to do that? I don't know, but very brave, if you ask me. So free bungee. Has anybody done a bungee jump here? You look like a bungee jumper. No? I have good news.
She's somebody else.
Oh, yeah. I've done it, funny enough, the first time I ever did it, I was a backpacker, so we didn't have a ton of money at that time. So they were allowing you to go tandem. You know what I mean by that? So they tied our ankles together with another person. So it was half price. Like, really? That's a good deal. So I went with this Danish guy. Didn't meet him, never met him